So Troy, what's it like finding your old friend after all these years?
Well, I went to a reunion for the veterans over in Coldspring, here in Coldspring, and I was with a group of people there in the courthouse, and they was calling names out, and they called my name out. I heard somebody hollering, "Troy, Troy, is that you? Is that you?" Well, yeah. And I turned around and come back, and it was Tommy. And I really didn't recognize him. He said, "I'm Tommy Barnes." I said, "Oh, hell." But anyhow, it was quite a surprise. I haven't met him after, I really hadn't seen him since maybe the early 60s. That's the first time I've seen him in that period of time. And we've been pretty close. We lived pretty close together and didn't even know it.
Live within about 30 minutes of each other?
Yeah.
So Mr. Barnes, what's it been like for you?
Well, I knew he was up here. A man that used to work for me said that he had moved up here, but I couldn't find him, and I just about give up. And it was nice knowing that I finally found him after all these years. And like he said, it was in the 60s, but it was in the 50s. Early 50s, about 51, 52, we worked at the same dealership, Ford dealership in Houston, Texas, and I lost track of him.
Well, they all did except me and him. So it gives you something to think about.
And it wasn't until you saw the newspaper article and was at the Veterans Celebration that you knew that he was still even around.
Well, I didn't get the newspaper until
Until that day.
That day, and I really hadn't seen it then, but I heard him call his name, and I punched Betty right next to me, and she said, "Well, what is it?" And I said, "If that's the Troy Nolen that I knew years ago, I've been looking for him for 50 years, and I'm going to catch him when he leaves here and find out." And sure enough, it was.
And now that you found each other again?
Yeah, we talked together there for a little while and reminiscing about things. And he's telling me that all the people we knew are all dead. They're just me and him.
We was here about 30, 45 minutes or nearly an hour ahead of you and Dale. So we got a lot of talking done before y'all got here.
Oh, yeah. But, you know, what gets me is everywhere I go, somebody knows me. I don't know why, but they do.
You're infamous.
Yeah.
Well, I was in Ford dealership business down there, off and on, mostly in management for 42 years. And I told the sister-in-law one time, everywhere I went, somebody knew me. So we was way down nearly to Mexico, and it come lunchtime, in a little old restaurant. And we pulled in there and got out of the car, and she said, "Tommy, I bet you there ain't nobody in here knows you." And we stepped in, and there's about 7 or 8 mechanics at the table over there bird hunting down there, and hollered, "Tommy, what are you doing down here?" She said, "I believe you."
Regardless.
So now that you've found each other again, what are your plans?
We're going to try to stay in contact with each other. New Year and Christmas, stuff like that.
Well, he's 93 and I'm 89, so we ain't got a hell of a lot of years to plan.
That's right. We hadn't got much longer to stay in contact.
But we're having a New Year's Eve party, and I've invited him and his wife and you too to come, and Dale, and there's all the neighbors around there. So I think you'll enjoy yourself if y'all can make it.
And you're not going to lose contact with each other again?
I hope not.
Right.